and welcome to another edition of the Hive Mind. So this is the show that I planeswalk and traverse the multiverse in search of other prominent members of the Magic community, whether that be other YouTube content creators, other pro players, bloggers, anyone that contributes to this great community that we have. And today is no exception. So today, joining me, I have my son, the Orzhov son, Noah. Hello everyone. And planeswalking in all the way from North Carolina, we have the Young Mage YouTube channel of the Rhino and Papa Mage. Thank you guys for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. All right. So as we do every week, or every episode rather, I want to know what your guys' Magic origin story is. So if you don't mind, I would love to start with the Rhino. And how did you get into Magic, buddy?
How I got into Magic was, there was a store other than where I go right now. I used to go to a store which is not in business anymore, and I started playing a little bit of Magic there. But that's pretty much how I got into Magic.
Well, he was playing Pokemon.
Yeah.
And he was getting bored with Pokemon, actually.
Because every single card I went, it was the same.
Every time he went to play, it was always the same game.
Oh.
Yeah. And he was actually having a hard time reading the cards because he has dyslexia.
Yeah.
Okay.
And when he saw the Magic cards, he could read those easily. We don't know what it is about them. Could be the font, the spacing, whatever, but he could easily read those. So that really excited him about Magic. And so that's kind of how it started.
That's pretty much how I got into Magic.
That is an excellent story. That's really awesome. Noah, you have a passion for card games, and they're not so much Magic right now, and you actually like what?
Pokemon cards.
Yep.
Very much.
He's very much into Pokemon right now. So, I mean, he does know how to play Magic, and he actually beats me quite a fair amount, but yeah, he's liking the Pokemon. So, I'll shift that question over to you, Papa Mage. What's your... you're probably a little closer to my origin story, because I think we're around more of the same age, but I'd love to hear your introduction to the cardboard.
Well, my introduction, I had a friend that was working at a card shop, and he said, hey, there's this new game that came out, handed me these cards. It was Magic the Gathering. I looked through it, I read the rules, couldn't make heads or tails of it. Several months later, a friend of mine had come up and said, hey, there's this really great card game. It's called Magic the Gathering. It's like, oh yeah, I got some of those cards. And I went and got them, and he opened up the pack, and you could just see the drool coming out of his mouth. He's like, these are betas. He's just like shaking as he was doing that. So he explained the game to me as it should have been explained in the rules. And we went to a card shop, and I traded one card out of that pack and got $140 in store credit.
Wow.
That I used to play Magic for the next 2 years, I think.
Wow. Nice.
So I got by pretty inexpensively. But yeah, I started back at Beta. And I went for a little while, as most people do. They go for a little while, something comes up, they stop, they start back up again later. You know, it's something that you can't get away from once you get started.
It really is, right? Like decade. And I always say, okay, I'm done with it this time, and then, you know, it always creeps its way in some form or iteration back in. But so what was that one card that funded your addiction?
What card?
Yeah.
Wait.
Do you remember?
The card that I first saw?
No, the one that I did. It was, oh gee. Now
Yeah.
just,
I don't know.
let's see. It was,
Was it a blue card?
no, it was a white card. It was, gee, Veda. It was one card that was so confusing as to how to play.
Oh, Blaze of...
Yeah, Blaze of Glory.
Wow.
Blaze of Glory.
Nice.
That's what it was. I wanted to say Unholy Strength, and it's like, no, it's not that. It was Blaze of Glory. It was just the way that it was written back then, on the alpha and the beta. You could take it to mean just about anything.
Yeah.
And then they eventually reprinted it, I think in, I don't know, it was years later they reprinted it, and they fixed the wording on it. And then it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
There's a lot of those weird worded, Arabian Nights was like a mess. Like, you never know what was going on. But, so, Noah, you got a question?
What made you want to start YouTube?
What made you want to start doing YouTube?
So I could teach new players how to make Magic. Teach new players how to play Magic.
Nice.
Yeah, so when he was starting, he was looking for somebody other than me to teach him. He had no problem with me teaching him, but he wanted to learn from other people. And we did our search, and we found, a bunch of YouTube channels, but they were all geared at tweaking these high-end decks, or yes, you can build this deck for $700, and and that's the budget deck. And he wanted something that was a lot more welcoming, and so we decided to start working on making something. I admit that I'm pretty scary sometimes, especially in front of young kids. And
no, come on, you're Papa Mage.
Yeah, but it's like, hey, there's this creepy old man that wants to teach me how to play Magic. So, but when people see him and him going through and talking about the cards and what he's passionate about, and teaching about card combinations and different things about the game, they like that a lot. And so it's really interesting. One thing that we've found is that his YouTube channel has one of the highest female watcher percentages of all the Magic YouTube channels.
Yeah, excellent.
And I'm looking at it and going, okay, what does that really mean? Oh, I think I know what it means. It's the kids' moms subscribing and saying, here, you can watch this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
This kid doesn't cuss or anything like that. He's not being overly dramatic or anything like that. And so he's very family friendly.
Absolutely. It is an absolutely wonderful channel. It's a great teaching tool. I've especially been binge watching all the new Amonkhet mechanic breakdowns, which I really appreciate. And just makes me feel really old when I hear you guys talking about cycling. I'm like, oh man, I remember when cycling came out. I was his age. But it's a fantastic work that you do, Mr. the Rhino. But so we're gonna move along a little bit. And what is your favorite Magic set so far, buddy?
Every set that comes out.
He likes the next set coming out. Yeah, that's his favorite. This one's my favorite. He just gets so excited about the new cards and the new mechanics and all the new stuff. And that's what really drew him into Magic in the first place.
And stay that way. And stay that way, because it's hard, right? It's hard to stay that way.
Yeah.
So, Noah, you want to ask him? This one?
Which one?
Favorite format.
What's your favorite format?
What's your favorite format?
I actually have two favorite formats.
Okay.
That is two-headed giant and standard.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he likes two-headed giant a lot because of being able to build two decks that complement each other. And he likes standard because it changes so much. And he likes that change. If you were to ask me, I enjoy standard, but I really like sealed. Sealed play is my forte because I can build a sealed deck in no time. And out of the last 6 pre-releases, I got first place on all of them. So
nice.
And a lot of people say, well, it's the luck, and it's like, yeah, but it's also the research. And I think having this channel has helped us a lot, especially in the sealed play.
Awesome.
Because we do a lot of research on the cards.
Yeah.
So it goes without saying you guys are super pumped for Amonkhet pre-release.
Yes, and unfortunately we're not going to be able to be on that one, unfortunately. We've got a scouting trip he's going on, and we're going to be on the USS Yorktown that entire weekend.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we'll miss the pre-release, but
we will get a pre-release back.
yeah, we'll get pre-release.
Oh, yeah.
Pre-release back.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, how about, so staying on Amonkhet, what are you kind of looking forward to? What are you excited about the most?
Is it a card? Is it a mechanic?
I am really looking forward to the mechanic of Mom.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
It turns into a mummy.
yeah, he likes the idea of turning things into mummies. It's even though we don't know how good it'll be in standard. It seems to be, well, you're paying for something twice, sort of thing. Just need to see how it goes. But the whole concept, the flavor of it is, what he likes a lot.
Absolutely. It's kind of like, I really like the twist. I like when they color shift, iconic creatures, and zombies tend to be more of a black creature, and now it looks like in Amonkhet they're going to go heavy into the white zombies, which I really like.
Oh yeah, every embalmed creature is white.
Yeah, which is really neat. So you could do a nice little black-white zombie now, maybe even in modern or other eternal formats or casual formats. It seems like the embalm mechanic, like you said, paying 2 costs, or the cost twice, it seems almost reminiscent of the Echo ability, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, what are you looking forward to the most in Amonkhet?
I don't know that the thing that I like about the Amonkhet set is it seems to be very, very straightforward.
Yes.
There's no funky sort of mechanics. There's nothing where, don't get me wrong, I love vehicles, but the whole crewing gets people confused, especially new players. But with Amonkhet, new players, it's all those things just kind of make sense. And even cycling kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it makes sense.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's that whole. It's kind of reminiscent of almost like a core set. So yeah, the core sets are great for new players.
But it's a very flavorful and kind of deep core set though as well. Like it's definitely not, core sets get kind of a bad rap, or they used to, until they exploded. Like the ones like M15 was just incredible. That was like a greatest hits, almost like a modern master. It was like a standard masters kind of set. But yeah, this set, I completely agree with you. It has straightforward mechanics, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, because the last time we had something like that was like Return to Ravnica, which I'm just, you know, missing those days of Return to Ravnica and Innistrad Standard. But hopefully we get back there. We just got to get the Speed Racer out.
Yeah.
And also it looks like, you know, we're going to have to suffer through maybe week 1, week 2, eight copies of Gideon per deck, but, you know.
You mean 12?
Yeah, exactly.
You can do 12. A lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah.
You can buy 4 Planeswalker
man.
packs.
And it's not even that bad, right? Like the Planeswalker deck one. So now you can curve your Gideons. I'm like, oh, geez, what's going on here? That's a good question. This is a good question for you, buddy. Who's your favorite Planeswalker? I know you love the Planeswalkers.
I really like Gideon.
You really like Gideon? So you're in heaven at this point. Yeah, you're going to be able to play with 8 or 12 Gideons. And then what about you, Rhino?
What's your favorite?
My favorite is a Johnny because it puts counters on creatures.
Yeah, he loves the Johnny.
Excellent, excellent. And Papa Mage?
Let's see. It's almost a what's my favorite Planeswalker at the moment?
Sure.
Sort of thing. Yeah. So, we actually go through and we build lots of decks, and we explore lots of different possibilities. And so, you know, I had a Naya kind of control deck with a whole bunch of Planeswalkers in it. That was quite fun. So it had Gideon and Nissa. Nissa seems to have a lot of good flavor, a lot of good abilities. Chandra, yeah, everybody likes Chandra. I mean, she's more of a bad girl than Liliana is.
Yeah.
Liliana is just, that's the way she is.
Yeah.
But, when it comes down to it, yeah, I would have to say Johnny's probably my favorite as well.
Nice.
As Planeswalkers go, because I mean he's the hero.
Yeah.
He's always the hero. Gideon's just confused.
And
He's a destroyer.
And plus,
Gideon doesn't even know his real name.
Planeswalkers I know.
What's that, no?
Gideon's like one of the only Planeswalkers I know.
Oh, you know, I thought you were gonna say Jace. I thought you were gonna say Jace.
Oh, right, you're right.
Basically Mickey Mouse.
Basically.
But I personally I'm a Sorin fan. Maybe it might be the I like the whole going real deep dark, and then now he's not a nice guy, but he's kind of the Batman of the Magic universe, and I enjoy that. As you can see, I'm a giant Batman fan, and I just wish Tybalt was better because he could be a good Joker, but we just can't get a good Tybalt card.
And now Tybalt is just a big joke.
Yeah. I like what you did there. Nice. All right, so let's see. Now we're going to shift to my favorite part of the episode. We're going to play Face the D20. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but we're going to roll yeah, this is my favorite. We're going to roll the dice a couple times, and each number on the dice represents a non-magic related question, so you guys get to know more about our guests behind the cards. So, if you do the honors, sir.
11.
We have an 11. So we're going to go ask the interviewer anything. This has happened once before. These are always fun.
Okay. What would you ask them? What would you ask them?
How long have you been in Magic?
Okay, so I started Magic, and Ice Age was my first set. So I was about 12 years old when I opened my first Magic the Gathering set. And it was a lot of fun. I had a little group of friends that I played with. And, you know, there was a running joke because I just so happened to always open the, like, dual lands. But I also traded them out because to new players, dual lands are bad.
Oh, yeah.
And am kicking myself ever since. So, we'll go back to the dice. If you want to do the honors, sir.
1.
Numero uno.
Uno.
TV.
Favorite TV show.
Favorite TV show?
Oh, that would be Star Trek.
Star Trek. Whoa.
That wouldn't come on the top of my head when I thought of that question.
That's awesome, man. Excellent. Wait, any particular iteration or?
Well, he's going through next gen right now.
Very cool.
So, looking forward to the new one coming out. We also watch the Star Trek Continues. If you've seen that, they've got 8 episodes out now, and it looks just like the original series. It's beautiful.
That's excellent.
So really like the whole universe that they've got set there.
Absolutely. Is that the one, the streaming one? The newest?
Yes. Yeah, the streaming one, Star Trek Continues. It's if you're a fan of the original series, then yeah, you look at this and you swear that they're on the same set.
Wow. Well, I definitely got to check it out. It's been on the to-do list. Noah, what about you?
My favorite TV show?
Yeah.
Oh. Right now it's Pokemon.
Pokemon?
Pokemon.
He's really into Pokemon right now.
I used to watch Pokemon.
XYZ.
And I'm guessing Papa Mage, you're on the Star Trek train?
And yeah, pretty much Star Trek train. I really like the anything that makes you think, really. So we watch Doctor Who.
Nice.
We watch a lot of sci-fi related things. So yeah, anything that gets your brain thinking about possibilities and how to fix problems and things like that.
Any Farscape or Firefly?
Definitely Firefly. I watched Farscape. I think halfway through season 3, I think, and I don't know why I stopped, but I never got back into it.
Fair enough.
It's just, yeah. It's just, love for Firefly to continue at some point, but they can't because of a couple of actors not being available anymore.
Yeah, it made me sad, man. I'm a brown coat through and through. But and Firefly, or I'm sorry, Farscape was great just because it blended spaceship and Muppets. You know, that's 2 of my favorite things. You got time for a couple more?
Sure.
All right. Number 9.
Number 9, I'm feeling fine.
That's right.
Number 9.
Ooh,
what's number?
Favorite book.
Favorite book.
Or series, whichever.
My favorite book is.
What series are you reading right now that you like a lot?
Oh, Hardy Boys.
Hardy Boy, wow. That's some. Is that the original, or did they reboot it?
Oh no, it's the original. I mean, they haven't changed a single word, but it's got that mystery aspect in there and trying to solve problems, and so that's what he really likes.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, you're a special dude, man. What about you, buddy?
Of course, it's My Weird School Days.
My weird.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My Weird School Days.
My Weird School Days.
It's a series. It's so good. It's so funny, mixed with problems, solutions, kind of like what I'm learning at school.
Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, we're definitely more on the the comedian. I swear, I have 4 kids and everyone is a stand-up comedian. So.
And Story Thieves. Oh, just a little.
And Story Thieves.
Yeah.
Papa Mage.
Okay.
My favorite book and series was The Incarnations of Immortality by Piers Anthony.
Okay.
Starting with On a Pale Horse. That blended, kind of a normal world with a little bit of magic, and then coming up with the whole idea that death is not a person, it's an office. being Mother Nature is an office that you take over. So these people end up taking over these offices. The guy who took over the Office of War actually stuttered and had these problems with being in this office, and the same thing with the guy who took over as Death. He didn't want to take over, and then they finally got to the point where Satan was evil was in office, and it was a preacher that got in office for that and had to come to grips with his life and what he had to do and why it was important. So it was just one of those series that makes you think, I just enjoyed that a lot.
Man, that sounds incredible. I love stuff like that, and I will definitely have to pick this up now. So offices, huh? I feel like my office when I'm there for the 12th hour that I'm there every day, I'm like, this feels like death. So I could definitely relate.
The first book is On a Pale Horse.
On a Pale Horse. Excellent.
On a Pale Horse.
That's awesome, man. So I have a new book series to check out now. So I'm stoked about that.
Woo! I knew you were gonna.
And you're gonna check out the Hardy Boys. Whether you like it or not. No. All right, so
20.
let's go
20.
this one. Favorite non-MTG game.
Favorite non-MTG game?
Yep.
Non-MTG game. Board game, card game. I think I know his answer here.
I think it is Monopoly.
Monopoly.
No, wow. Nice. That is excellent. What do you love about Monopoly?
What I like is it's sort of like math when you earn some money and take away money. So.
You really like crushing the wills of other people. That's what it is. It's like, no, you landed on this, you owe me.
That's why you're so good at Magic too, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Papa Mage, I'll throw it to you.
Cosmic Encounter.
Wow, that's a deep cut. Nice.
Yeah. Played that back before Magic was around. And actually, through some of the connections and things, Magic is somewhat based off of Cosmic Encounter.
Yeah.
Some of the aspects of it were brought in. Basically the whole idea of a game that breaks its own rules.
Yeah.
And so that was one of the things when they were starting out the series. So for the card game, they wanted to have that same aspect, but in a card game.
Awesome. So you've definitely been more of a tabletop fan than a digital fan.
Oh yes, most definitely.
Nice. Noah, what's your favorite game right now?
Pokemon.
What besides? We'll say besides Pokemon for you.
Fine. Oh, now that you cut that off, this is a hard decision.
No.
I'd have to say Life.
Life? I did not expect that, but that's awesome.
That's
Second.
Maybe we got to set up some kind of family game night. I have, the juices are flowing now. Now I got ideas.
Oh, you should have children while you're sure more.
Yeah, I know.
We give you ideas.
That's right. All right, let's hit this one more time. And sorry, buddy, you roll.
Oh.
All right. Do aliens exist?
Not that we know of.
No, we don't exist. Sorry. No.
Nothing to see here, right? Look out, folks. Nothing to see.
We've got a funny story. The card shop, actually the comic book shop we go to now to play, the owner likes to pick on Rhino, and for the longest time kept calling him a robot. You know, you're a robot. You don't go home and go to sleep. Go home and get recharged. Then he was like, no, you're not a robot. You're an alien. Let's see. Came in at one point, and the owner said, hi there, Alien Rhino, and he's like, I'm trying to remember exactly what he said. It's like, it was something along the lines of, yeah, you'll be next soon. We're going to take you away.
The indoctrination. Nice. All right. Well, any upcoming projects that you guys want to talk about? Wow.
All right. So one of the things that we've been doing is we've been mixing Magic and other things, like Magic and Lego. If you've noticed, he's done some deck boxes out of Lego. Also had created a card shuffler. And this, we're working on using Deck Builder that can scan the cards. We want to be able to put a pile of cards on here and have it feed them through, read them, add it to your collection. If it got a good read, it runs the card one way. If it didn't get a good read, it runs it another way. And so you can put your pile of cards on here and figure out how many of each card you have without typing it in and sorting and all that stuff.
Wow.
My mouth is seriously at the bottom of the floor right now. I don't know if I can pick it up.
Boom. Mind blown over here. That's incredible, guys.
Here, let me get my jaw. One sec.
That is awesome.
So, yeah, it's an interesting configuration. We're still working on getting it to feed just a card. But with the card shuffler he did, it worked reasonably well, so we're working on a better way of doing it. But don't know how long it'll take, but it's on our list.
Man, that is absolutely fantastic. You guys are the future, and hopefully you can patent some of these projects and you can share them with the world.
Oh yeah, well, once we get a good design, we'll put out build instructions and what code you need to put in there and all that to get it to work.
Wow.
And so we've got other things too. People will start seeing those come up soon. But we're taking Magic and saying, okay, it's not just a card game; it's a launching point for other ideas and other things to do.
Well, I really love your guys' take on the community and your guys' angle on it, and I really appreciate you guys and the work that you do. Please keep it up. And where can everyone find you guys?
YoungMage.com?
Yeah, YoungMage.com.
Or on YouTube, MTG_YoungMage.
Perfect. Any other social medias?
You're on Twitter?
On Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah. All of them are MTG_YoungMage.
Perfect. Noah, where can we find you?
On YouTube.
Yep. What's your channel's name?
Galaxy Bear.
Galaxy Bear. What do you do on there?
I usually just do like vlogging, or now I'm starting to do Pokemon telling or something.
Yep.
And usually just like fun trips and like California, and just like hang out with my friends. Awesome.
Awesome. So I want to thank my guests, all my guests, the one sitting next to me right here. So Mr. Noah from Galaxy Bear, thanks for joining us here. And Young Mage YouTube channel, Papa Mage and the Rhino, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Excellent. So, guys, thank you for joining me on another episode of the Hive Mind, and I will see you in the multiverse.